to get on my nerves.
Peace and blessings, everybody. It's your girl, Wendy Zizzo, here with Kirk the Jerk. Nappy Red is out doing big things right now, so we're going to see him on the next episode. But today we have a special guest for you. Veronica Daly's in the house. So, yes, we are Awareness Academy 411. Here with the 411 to give you a little bit of our 2 cents, our jewels, and our wisdoms, right? And what, if it applies, let it apply. And if it don't, let it fly. It's for educational purposes only. So, do not try this at home, and if you do, it's on you. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? What's up, Kurt? What's up, Veronica?
What's going on? I'm doing pretty great, doing pretty fine today.
So if people don't know, I have another podcast called Vibrations and Conversations, and Veronica has been co-hosting it with me. So today I'm like, hey, come on Awareness Academy and let's have some fun.
And I was like, all right, I'm there. Let's go.
That's what I'm talking about. That's awesome.
Tonight, guys.
So we usually start off with a sound off. Now, I don't know if you grabbed the sound off, but I do remember Red sound off that he had. But
maybe you could find, if you could find the sound off, you can throw it in here for us or nah.
Ooh, that's it. I only seen it on my TikTok, so I don't know how to grab it off of that. But his damn, what the hell? I seen it earlier. I get some of his I could throw a sound off out there. So a sound off would be, what is it that people or anybody has in place when inevitably you die that's going to take care of you and your family?
That's a good one.
So that's an important thing, like GoFundMe's and fundraisers. No, like if you can spend money on frivolous items every month, you can invest into your final arrangements. And if people don't know, other than different money tools and investments, you could also pre-plan your entire funeral. You can go buy your plot. You can pick the funeral home. You can pay for your casket. You could give them the clothes you want to wear. Hopefully, you're still the same size when it's your time. But you can set everything up. You can set everything up and pay for it now because the cost goes up. So, I'm just throwing that out there. But what y'all think about setting things up for when the inevitable time comes?
I have a trust.
Oh, you do?
But the guests go first. You go first. You're the guest.
Yeah, Veronica, come on.
You're the guest host of a different show with Zizzo, but since you're a guest on this show, you get the luxury of going first.
Oh, thank you. So, yeah, I totally agree with Wendy. Like, these are all things that we can plan in advance for. And a lot of us spend money every month and we don't even really know where our money is going. Like if you had to sit down and break it down, you would be surprised by how much money you spend on things that it's like, well, if you plan differently, you could save that money. You could put it aside for something else.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry. Red commented what his sound off was, but continue. I'll throw it in there.
So I'm actually a licensed financial agent, and I work with a firm, and my firm works with the top 250 businesses that write policies for people. And through the process of becoming a licensed agent, I've learned so much about money, and it's one of those things where you don't know what you don't know, right? So
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so and the knowledge is very powerful. Like a lot of people have money problems, debt problems that keep them up at night, So, a lot of people are now looking at financial education and financial planning as a way to have better mental and physical health, because when you have this nagging feeling of anxiety because of your money issues or not understanding what to do with your money or feeling worried about planning for your retirement, those things really negatively impact our health, So like I really encourage everyone to look at their financial strategies and their education as another wellness tool, and put that in with your yoga, your gym, your healthy eating, you're going to your doctor when you're supposed to, all that stuff. So in my firm, we have a lot of amazing life insurance plans that are investment tools, investment vehicles that help you compound interest quickly. So like when you have your money in a savings account or a regular bank account, you compound interest so slowly. Even if you have $100,000 in there, at the end of the year, you're only going to earn like $1 in
That's
interest,
true.
right?
And
And
that's
so
retarded.
those plans are garbage when it comes to like everyone needs a place to have money, liquid cash available, right? So savings and bank accounts are completely essential for our economy and to like
Mm-hmm.
live life in a comfortable way. But in terms of planning for your future and securing your retirement or even securing your legacy for hundreds of years, life insurance is an amazing investment vehicle because we have policies also where you can compound interest that's tied to the index of the stock market without getting any loss from the stock market. They're protected accounts. So you compound interest quickly. But when the market drops, like in 2008, when the market hit bottom and people lost their savings, that's not going to happen to you in that policy because that's how the policy is built to protect your investment, but also compound it quickly. So,
True, I need that.
So when you mean by index market, I'm on the assumption you mean by like Vanguard, S&P,
right,
stuff like that.
exactly. So
The
there's
best thing I ever did was doing one in 2007, I would say. And when I started, I put a significant amount of money because I ran into a lump sum of money. So I put a significant amount of money in there and I let it sit.
yes,
Remember, when you invest into these markets, it's passive income. You're supposed to leave it alone because it takes time for you to really, and usually over time, I've been seeing anywhere from 9 to 15% per year of interest. So
Nice.
nothing is better than S&P because the fact that is take the 500 corporations, successful business, and invest into it. So it's like a cluster stock because they say you're always supposed to diverse your portfolio, right?
exactly.
So that's one way of diversity in portfolio is invest into something like a cluster, like a S&P. And the
Mhm.
beauty of it is that you got all these people out here, these money managers that sit there and they invest your money separately.
Right.
But remember, they can only give you good interest in short period of time, but long term, the S&P outsmart them over time. So the
Yeah,
S&P
it's a
always a
long
winner.
game.
Yeah, it's a long game, but
It's
in
a
short
long
game,
game.
then you could probably go to money manager if you try and make a quick, flip. But sometimes that flip could go bad because money managers are not perfect. But at least with the S&P, it's almost like having treasury bonds. It's guarantee almost. It feels like.
Mm, yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Real quick, Fred did remind me what his sound off was. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it kind of ties into this, which is knowing your family's history, like where you come from, your origins. Like if you did a DNA test or something
Yeah.
to find out, where your origins are. Now, what if you do some type of DNA testing, right? And then you
Mm-hmm.
find out that you related to people or someone that had, a crazy estate.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That
You know what I mean?
happens.
Like you never know. You
Mm,
know, I know for me, I mean I haven't done one yet, but when I do, I want to do the African ancestry, but it's a little
Yeah.
pricey, but that's why I'm gonna wait. But my long lost sister found me through ancestry.com.
mm.
Mm-hmm.
Like my dad had another child before me. He
Mm-hmm.
told me when I was little, oh, you might have a sister or brother out there. I don't know. He wasn't sure, but he did. And she had my uncle had did his, so he was
Mm-hmm.
already connected, and she found him when she did hers, and that's how I got connected with her. So that ancestry.com, like that, there's something to it has to work, because like how
Mm-hmm.
else would
Right.
that have happened? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like there has to be some validity to these tests. Like a lot of people like, oh, they give you false information, but you know,
Nothing. Nothing is perfect. So it's like when people looking for 100% accuracy, that don't exist on this planet.
yeah.
Even nowadays when we come with all types of complex equation when it comes to math is now becoming subjective.
Mm,
You know,
Word, because
a
one
lot of
plus
people don't even
one
understand
is
what these
not
words.
two.
Yeah, real talk, like Terrence Howard. But even
Yeah.
when you look at the largest number in math, when they say math is supposed to be infinite, but when you look at math, you gotta ask yourself a question: why there's a company called Google? Google is short for Googleplex. Googleplex supposed to be the largest number in math, supposedly, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we know that math it keep on multiplying if you keep on doing the
Yeah.
complex equation. But even everything has it's like we learning as time go on, and then we starting to look at things like, wait a second here, everything that used to be absolute when it comes to science is starting to become subjective. Like, wait a
Mm.
I
second,
mean,
nah.
listen, there's still
Yeah.
things right now that are existing on this planet that people have no idea how it was
Mhm.
accomplished. So
Yeah.
that had to come from some type of sciences or informations that we don't have.
Mhm.
You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So of course there's more to what we know. And what annoys me about science sometimes, you know, they want to use the scientific method for everything. And I'm not against it, but at the same
Mhm.
time, there's so many things that have been recorded in history that have been deemed spiritual,
Mm.
right? That they're just now
Yeah.
proving that, oh yeah, this is real, but they've been saying it for
Mm.
hundreds, thousands of years.
Yeah.
And just because science now says that they could prove it, now
Yeah.
it's real. You
Hmm.
know, quantum mechanics,
This is a formula for
telepathy,
everything.
you know, the multiverse, you know,
Mhm.
all these things that have been mentioned for thousands of years in different teachings, you know, the afterlife, all these different things. Yeah, we actually don't die. Like, oh, now you want to listen? So yeah, you know, we've been
I
saying that.
100% agree, because think about it. We energy, even when it comes ashes, ashes, dust to dust, right? You put us in the ground, because we still have energy in us. That same energy can go towards soiling the ground, you know, creating a plant, you know, going with the plant and all that. So the
Yeah,
energy,
absolutely.
unless you don't burn it to ashes, that energy can be utilized for the earth. The same
Yep.
way we came from the earth, we go back to the earth. So it's like,
But nah, you're right. Like we
Mhm.
all we came from the earth, so we go back to the earth in some way, shape, or
Mhm.
form. But I mean, I've
I want to
spent.
become a plant when I die, though.
I
I'm
want to be
putting
a
that in my
tree.
will because my family's against it. So I'm gonna have to rewrite my will and add. I want to be, what is it, compost or something?
You could be
Whatever it is. I want to
composted,
be a
or
plant in the goddamn ground. I don't care
no,
if it
they could
costs
put you in a
$20,000.
capsule. They put
Yeah.
you in
Yeah,
a capsule
yeah,
below a
exactly.
tree.
That,
Yeah.
Yeah, like they
yes,
put your
that's what I
whole
want.
body in the capsule that goes under a tree, and your body feeds the tree, so you become a tree. I want to
What
become a
way
tree.
to give back to the earth is to
Do any of
become
y'all
part of the earth again.
You
any of
know
y'all
what? In some old practices like Buddhism and
Mhm.
Zoroastrians, I'm totally chopping it up. They believe that giving back to nature, once you die, they actually leave the body.
Mhm.
Like Zoroastrians, they actually
Yeah.
had like this structure that they built, that it's all open on the top. They leave the bodies there, and they let the vultures come and pick them clean. Once all the bones and
Wow.
stuff, once they're picked completely clean, that's when the bones eventually accumulate, and they drop them into the bottom, and then they crush them down into, you know, they become dust. But yeah, and also Buddha's same thing. Buddhism, like
Mhm.
the foundational Buddhism, because there's different types of Buddhism. But the
Mhm.
foundational one, they also have the same belief that the most honorary thing that you could do with your body is to feed it to wildlife. So once you die, they take your body to the top of a mountain, and they
I'd
just
rather
leave you
the
there.
bugs have my body instead of the animals. I'd rather the bugs
The
have my
bugs are
body.
everybody gonna get a piece of that if you
I want the bugs
outside.
to have them.
It's gonna
They
be
more welcome. I don't like them while I'm alive, but when I'm dead, they more welcome to enjoy a feast. Yeah.
Do we ever do you guys watch Wheel of Time on Prime? It's like this.
Yeah.
So there's
Yeah, but
in the series, there's this person, they lose a loved one, and their family has a tradition where they bury the body with the
Mhm.
apple seed in the hand, so that when the body decomposes with the seed, it helps the seed to grow. So every tree
oh,
in their family's plot represents someone who passed because their body feeds the
Wow.
tree.
that's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah, when I saw that, I was like, I want to do that.
Yeah, I want to be an apple tree. Yeah,
Exactly.
you can eat
Or some
me.
kind of fruit tree.
Yeah, you know what it is too?
I definitely
They could
now I
take
want to
some
be
of
a fruit tree. Now I want to be a
Yo,
fruit tree because I want
but
people to eat me when I'm gone.
yeah,
Oh,
cause
doesn't
first
have
That's one of those.
this is how I look at it. I'm very disrespectful because I have I think I have a decent life insurance. I think decent
Okay.
enough where when I leave this earth, people can get their shit together for a decent amount of time until they have to figure out for themselves. So I'm
Okay.
not leaving. I'm not one of those family members that when I die, I'm leaving
You gotta
everybody
put
a
up a
bill.
GoFundMe.
You know what I'm saying? Put up a GoFundMe for Kurt because nobody could bury his sorry ass.
Yeah.
No.
Listen, like these are so now other than learning about the spirituality, learning about all
Mm-hmm.
these different etheric or woo-woo things in life, one of the most important things that we have not learned enough about is finance. Like
Yeah.
this,
Oh,
especially America is capitalism, right? So if you
yes.
don't understand finance, you
Mm-hmm.
don't understand the language of how this corporation works, so you're not going to win.
Yeah.
Yes.
And like what Veronica was mentioning about these different investment tools, like
Mm-hmm.
you have to put your money somewhere other than in somebody else's pocket. You know what I mean?
She's
Like,
on point. When she started mentioning index, my light bulb just came off. You got my attention. Like you know what you're talking about. Once you start talking about index,
yeah,
that
once you
just
start
changed the
talking
soul.
about,
That's a
stock
dynamic right
market,
there.
all that, like there's so many things, and using the type of tools that she's talking about, yeah, like what they call
IUL
URLs,
and
IUL. I always get
universal.
the,
Yeah.
Yeah.
even those, like
Mm-hmm.
these are a lot of things that a lot of people don't know about. That's why here at Awareness Academy
Mm,
411, we want to give you out a 411 to get you started, if you didn't already know,
Mm-hmm.
on your path to educating yourself in finance.
and I'm
You
so
know, and
glad
if
you said
anybody's
that.
interested, y'all can check out Veronica. Y'all send her email. If y'all want to get some more information from her about these different tools, she can help you set everything up and get your life together.
And listen,
Yes.
Literally.
the process is so simple. We make it easy for you. You would come for a meeting with me and my finance coach, and it would be like this nice little intimate Zoom. We talk about what your goals are, the things that you want to do with your money, and
Mm-hmm.
then we break everything down and we talk to you about the different things that are available for you. We educate you, and that part is free, right? So you don't pay anything until you decide on a policy, and all the money that you use, you're putting that towards you. The company's paying me. So when you sit down with my team for us to educate you, that's completely free. So you have nothing to lose by coming and getting a little bit more education. Knowledge is power, and financial power, just like Wendy said, like, if you don't understand how your money works, your money can't work for you.
Facts.
And
Kurt, your camera went out.
as we grow
I
as
know.
humans, as we want to make our lives better and set up our family and our generations that come after us for success, life insurance is one of the best ways that you can do that. That's one of those things that unfortunately, a lot of people of color don't know, but a lot of other people
Yeah.
utilize this tool, and that's why their families are where they are. So if you want to be that game changer for your family, if you come and educate yourself, we can absolutely help you do that.
Absolutely. Listen, wealth. Kurt, your camera still went out,
I
but
know. It's hating on me.
he's trying to hide right now. But no, like the reason why a lot of these people, I'm not going to specify who, a lot of these people have a lot of wealth is because of exactly what she just mentioned. They invested in insurance tools. They invested in, like what Kurt said about trusts. They set all these different things up that accumulates money over time. It compounds, right? So as one passes away, now the next one got this money, and it's still compounding even after they take, because you can borrow money off of these
Exactly. I was just about to say
policies.
that. Like, if you're afraid of like, oh, like I don't feel like I have enough money to put something aside every month until the end of my life, and then what? Someone else just gets it. Like, what if I don't even like that person? But no, like you can borrow against your policy and take out basically a loan for yourself without penalties from certain types of policies. So there's a lot of flexibility. It's not one of these like I throw it in a bucket and forget about it for the rest of my life. There's a lot of options. Yeah.
Like these people, when they say, "Oh, these trust babies," or you was born with a silver spoon. No, you was born into a family that understood finance years ago, and your great grandfather set it up for you. So now you out here bugging out with Mercedes, and you don't even gotta go to work. You got you a penthouse, and you just living off of your monthly payments from the trust.
It's,
You know what I
it's
mean?
true.
Like,
the person to set that up for the next generation in your family. Like, you don't have to wait. You don't have to amass millions of dollars. You can start now.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's all it's about, though. It's all
and
it's all
the
about,
monthly
like,
payments
for your
ain't
future.
that crazy. It depends on what you're setting up, how much you want to do, and that'll determine how much money that you can set up. And over time, you can even increase it, right, Veronica?
You can start with wherever is comfortable for you at whatever level of spending or saving works out for you. And as time goes on, if your income changes or your ability to save more changes, you can always increase it.
Nice. We're getting some comments over here. So Red, peace, love. I hope you're still on. Actually, he might be on his flight. Preston says nice. Shay Love said, "Okay, nice." Yeah, like we're just wanting to give y'all this information because it's really important.
Super important. Yeah.
Kurt just escaped from us. He's coming back.
Yeah, my computer was acting a little fool. I had to fix it real quick.
He's acting. It's all right. We know you the technical dude.
That's what happens when you don't be on for like a good week or two. Shit was acting up on me. I've been working hard.
Well, listen, I don't know about y'all, but I love talking about money and how to make money and how to spend. Well, not spend. We ain't gonna talk about spend. That's
Hey, Zizza, we have so many people. We have people looking and commenting. I thought you was holding it down.
So you just missed that
damn.
when your camera went out. I was just saying that there's people commenting. So, let me just say,
hey, Shay Love, what's going on?
Yeah, we got some people showing us love. I still got
Top
Veronica's
Shot
email up
718.
there if anybody's interested in getting more information from her. Shoot her an email.
Brother Red.
Yeah, man.
Yes, I just had to go through that real quick. I was like, wait a second here. We got the crew out there.
Yeah, I know. I looked at that too. I was like, hold up, my bad, y'all.
Y'all need to hit Veronica for financing, because let me tell you something. The index is the most important thing in your life, because when you set that up and you have your passive income, you don't have to sit there and go crazy watching stocks and all that stuff. When you know you did a significant investment, now you can just sit back a quarter, with your pension, and then when you retire, you can actually retire and don't have to work another job. Now you got your investment along with your pension. So
and I'm gonna say something that's gonna ruffle some feathers.
How? No, I'm joking.
Ladies, women, y'all listening, men too. This applies to men too, but more so ladies. The amount of money that y'all spend monthly on your appearance, from your hair to your nails to your lashes to your makeup, girl, none of that is gonna pay your rent when you ready to retire.
I gotta stop paying all this money to get my hair done. Hold on.
But no, seriously, like,
yeah, it's true.
Women spend so much money. That's why the beauty industry
billions of dollars
is a $1 billion industry, because women are spending so much money on their appearance, and they're not understanding that you could really size down a bit, turn it down just a little something, and put that money towards your future. Whether that's if you're young and you want to have kids one day, or if you want to, eventually stop working and travel the world one day. Like, I used to always get on my daughter a little bit because she always wanted to do the lashes and the da-da-da-da. And I'm going to tell her, like, unless if for me, this is how I am. Unless if I'm doing a photo shoot, I am not putting all this stuff on. I'm not going to sit somewhere and get my hair done for all the time, putting that lashes. I can't do it. This is just me. Because unless if those pictures that's being taken is helping me make money in some type of way, why am I investing all this money into how I look every day? When really it don't even, I'm not gonna say it don't matter, but the extent that some people go, you could be putting that money into other things. I'm not gonna tell you not to, make yourself look beautiful. You definitely should.
Well, I mean, part of it, I think women, in my opinion, I think the reason why they do that is because, especially if you're single, you do that stuff so you can attract a little attention your way. Not saying that you're looking out there for guys to just run towards you, but
you want to feel good about yourself and how you look when you go outside. And I'm not telling people not to do that. I'm just saying create a budget. We like to get
shape ups.
Yeah, I'm just saying create a budget and work within it.
Yeah, budgets are important. I think that, if looking good and getting lashes and nails done, and I'm in New York, like when I moved from Virginia to New York, I was like, oh my God, like all the women have fake nails, all the women have fake lashes, fake everything. And like the hair is expensive, right? But I don't do that stuff. Like I like makeup, I like looking good, but choose your category. Like most of us are overspending in some area. Maybe you have way too many subscriptions for things that you watch on your TV, right? Like those can really add up over time. Maybe you spend a lot on takeout. Takeout is one of the most wasteful things that you can spend your money on, because
learn how to cook.
Yeah, learn
and never spend more than 50% of your income on a particular item. When I talk about the people out there that's buying Mercedes-Benz, spending 80 to 100,000, but they only make 80 to 100,000 a year. That's not when the time you buy a Mercedes-Benz. You buy it when you can afford it a couple of times over.
Right. Exactly.
And also, I just want to, say to everyone, like, there is no shame in what you don't know. Like, to me, what's the shameful thing is like if you feel scared and you feel uncomfortable and have anxiety about your finance, but then you don't seek education, that is what people should be ashamed of. So when you come and seek education for something, if you feel like you know nothing, like you're a baby in finance, please don't worry, because if you come to sit with me and my team, we're going to make sure you know what you need to know in a way that makes sense for you. And we're here to make you feel good about what you're doing or what you're going to do with your money. So I think some people avoid getting financial education because they feel this like level of shame and their lack of knowledge. But the best thing you can do is start from where you are and just increase what you know. And we can help you. Yeah.
Yeah, like, you know, even if you want to pick up books and just start reading about it. I think I've mentioned this many times, like Tony Robbins, what is it? Money. Tony Robbins has a few books. It's like Money Maker. I'm sitting over there, but I can't see from here.
Moment.
Yeah, I'm definitely
Tony Robbins so much. I'm like, wow.
But there's a lot of different books out there that can teach you about finance. And people, a lot of these books are on audio book on YouTube.
Yeah, you can listen.
You really don't have an excuse other than not knowing. So that's why, again, Awareness Academy 411 is here to give you the 411. Real quick, we're gonna go to a quick commercial because we gotta let y'all know about the Posi Balls, and we're gonna talk a little bit about the Posi Balls after we come back from this commercial. Yeah, because I think it's importante. So let me
manifest happiness now. Change your life now with positive affirmation balls. Simply roll, read the positive message, receive it, and smile, and roll it again. 4 different balls that will make you feel good about life. Posi Balls, what you put in your mind matters.
I love how that ends with what you put in your mind matters. Because even putting in this information, like your mindset is everything.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Is everything. I have to put both hands up. Everything your mindset is. So tools like the Posi Balls, right? As long as you keep putting in good information or just feeding your mind with good information, that will improve your life in some way, shape, or form. And the Posi Balls, I created the Posi Balls because I love working with affirmations. Like to give a quick synapses of it, your subconscious mind, there's your subconscious mind and your conscious mind, right? Your conscious mind is, you know, you're aware of what you see and taste, touch, hear, and all the time, right? But your subconscious mind actually picks up way more information than your conscious mind. That's why marketing is so powerful. You know, if you keep seeing the billboard over and over, the commercials over and over and over, eventually when you think of being hungry, you're going to think of that board. When you think of, you know, a certain, you know, product, you think of that company. Why? Because it's been programmed into your subconscious mind for so many years.
You're
right?
hitting it right on the mark.
Are consistent, huh?
You hit it right on the mark, because one of the most important things a lot of people don't realize, your eyes taking every single thing around it. It's just that it takes time for your brain to process everything. That's why when somebody asks you a specific question about a subject matter that happened a couple of minutes ago or a couple of hours ago, out of the blue, you're like, I don't know what color mittens it was. And then you just sit there and think about it. Oh, yeah, it was blue.
Then it comes up.
Because you wasn't worried about it, but your brain took in everything. It's just that it took time for it to process everything.
Yes,
So it's like,
I say that a lot. Like,
I see more than what your brain process. So that's why they have like certain methods of meditation to try to do a recall process where you was in a setting, it was an event, a situation that happened, and you need to do a memorization of your surroundings. Now we're doing meditation. Now you can sit there and like, wow, I can't believe I seen the details on a person's cup. I can't remember all this stuff. It's because your brain, your eyes see everything. It's just your brain only process what's considered, I think,
the most important
selective
thing at that time.
It's like we have a selective vision on what we choose to want to see. But we do a full recall, we could see every single aspect, right? Or
absolutely.
I don't know. I'm not into this. I'm just
no, you're right. You're absolutely right. And the Posi Balls, I actually have it here with me. So the Posi Balls have it's tetrahedron shape, which is in layman's terms 12-sided ball, right? It's a 12-sided shape. It rolls like a ball, and
Yeah.
there's 12 affirmations on each ball, and each ball is different. So this ball
Mhm.
is more like grounding affirmations, like everything always works out for me. These are like the type of affirmations that'll just help you to relax, for
Mhm.
ground you in the present moment, like you are appreciated, you are abundant in all things, everything is in divine and perfect order right now, right? And you keep
Nice.
playing with these over and over, and you're rolling them all the time. Eventually these affirmations will stick, they'll stay in your mind. The
Mm.
yellow ball is same thing, 12 sided, different. These are different affirmations because this ball is more of abundance mindset training, right? So this ball is I am complete, or I always have more money, or money always comes. You are valuable, you are a gift. Like, your mindset plays such a huge part in everything in your life. And to help program your mind, your subconscious, you can do it on your own. You know what I mean? You don't have to, you don't feel like, oh, I'm doomed. All these different things that happened to me in my life, and now I can't change it. Yes, you can. At any age. There's a process, they deemed it as neuroplasticity, where the synapses in your brain are constantly forming every single day, from the conversations you have, from the things that you're watching, especially if you're doing it repetitively. Neurons, it's what wires, neurons that fire together wire together, meaning that if you consistently keep working on a skill, or watching the same things over and over and over, eventually those neurons are going to keep firing, then they're going to come together, and now you just created a new neural pathway in your brain. And
Mm.
now you're going to always, again, you think of something, that'll be the first thing to come up. You have in a situation, that's the first thing that comes up. So if you program your mind with things like affirmations, that is a helpful tool, because now you can free your mind up to learn more about your money.
Yes. That makes sense. That makes sense 100%. And I think everybody need to go out and go to posseballs.com and
Posseballs.com.
posseballs.com. I think we have the banner up here too, right? For it. I think I
Yep, I'm
put
gonna
it
throw
up
it up
there
here right now.
before.
Bam. Check out
Yes.
posseballs.com.
Yes. Check it out. Very good. You know what I'm saying? It's good. It's a game that you can play with your kids. Y'all can have a
Yep.
good time.
fun.
And it helps promote mental health for your family. So if you have any family members that's suffering from a little self-esteem issues, or they
Yeah,
just not
speaking
in
of
the
which,
right
the
mindset all the
last
time.
ball I didn't mention
Mhm.
is the green for go ball. So
Mhm.
say you're bored, you don't know what to do yourself. This ain't even about affirmations. This is just giving yourself an idea of what to do in this very moment, and you just keep rolling it till you come up with an idea. Like, read a book. Now I feel like doing that. Roll it again. Call or text someone and make them smile. I don't feel like talking to no goddamn body.
That sound like a lot of fun.
Yeah, take a nap.
Yeah.
You're like, do I feel like taking a nap? Yeah, I'm gonna go take
That
a
would be
nap.
my
You know what I
favorite.
mean? Or
That'd be the one
drink
I've been
some
rolling all the
water.
time.
Take a nap.
Listen, it even tells you go drink some water,
Mhm.
or clean something up. Like, it just gives you these 12 different ideas. Like, you can't tell me not one of these you ain't gonna do.
Yeah.
So that's the whole point, is just to keep your mind going into a
Mhm.
positive direction, and that's what the Posse Balls is all about.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
was just thinking, it's like training your like internal brain like algorithm yourself. Like
Absolutely, because your
putting
mind is a computer.
feed.
Your,
Yeah.
your brain is a computer. It's a functional computer.
Whoops.
Transmitter.
Yes,
That's
it's a
think of it.
transmitter of information. Now, that was cool the way you had it, Kurt. Bring us in a little closer.
Yeah, I was
Um,
trying. I'm gonna flip it around. Yeah. Yeah, that's better, right?
Gotcha.
Oh,
Yeah,
but but the plastic balls is on the pause.
yeah, I'm gonna take that down
we
in a
gotta
second. There we go.
weave around that.
Bob and weave, bob and weave, bob and weave.
I was gonna
You
do a
know,
dance with it.
but
Yeah.
even now, when it comes to relationships, right? A
Yeah.
lot of people get into these different relationships and have the same type of experiences over and over and over with different people, and you're wondering why. Why? Because you have a pattern. You have
Mm.
these subconscious beliefs that are
Yeah.
deep in your mind, and all these things is what you're acting out on a daily basis.
Mhm.
Like, one of the most bugged out things, and it's sad that people don't think more deeply into this.
Mhm.
I was watching this video. It was from the UK. and there was this ginger dude. He was a ginger, and he was saying how
Ginger.
he doesn't date black women. He doesn't want to date black women no more because one, he feels like we don't want to stay in our place. When a man tells you to stay in your place, you don't stay in your place. The mindset, the misogyny that's woven into our society, just the whole world, because this is in the UK.
Especially
So,
like Nigeria
black
is
women
a
at
perfect
that.
example. When a woman say, "I want to date a Nigerian," a lot of Nigerians are not Americanized. So if you like a typical black woman that's educated, got herself, her independence, and all that stuff, when you come around a person of that culture, a lot of times they expect any woman to be extremely subservient. But it's kind of hard being a black woman in America where you have no choice but to have a certain level of defense.
Yeah.
And you have no
Listen.
choice to have a little bit of man traits because a lot of men are not stepping up to the game the way they're supposed
Well,
to
there's more
protect
feminine
the black
men.
woman.
The men have become
So
more feminized. They want to
I
argue.
think I know it's a science involved. I can't really put it all together, but I really believe that a lot of men have become more feminized and women become masculine. And it's not. I don't think it's all because we decided to flip upside down.
Oh no, there's
I know the
layers to this shit.
government have their
Yeah.
involvement, but I think it's our obligation to fix it. We can't expect the government to fix our problems. We have to fix our own problems.
They're the ones that created the damn
They
problem.
created,
It's up to
but
us
we
to
can't
fix
expect
it.
them to fix it because they not gonna fix it, especially not with this administration.
What was you gonna
But
say,
that's all I'm
Veronica?
gonna say. I'm not gonna say
I
much.
remember.
Well, no, but real talk, like
Yeah.
it's up to us to make changes.
Yes.
You know, people want to change the world. You cannot change the world. You can change yourself. Be
Yes.
the change you want to see in the world, and then the world will change. If
That's it.
just imagine if so, we got 1,789 people right now watching us, right?
Damn.
So I mean, I don't know how many's watching on other platforms, but on this particular platform, I'm seeing 1788, right? If
Yeah.
every single one of these people took these jewels or just even went and started learning more for themselves and
Mhm.
became the change that they want to see in the world, right? And now
Mhm.
they exhibit that to another 1,700 people. And
Imagine.
then another 17. Like, people think that one person can't change the world. Yes, they can. Because
Yeah,
one
that's true.
person can destroy the whole goddamn world.
Mm.
Just like one
We
person
already
can
seeing that
change
right
the whole
now.
world. Yeah.
Shit, imagine.
Well,
Oh
that's a
man.
conglomerate. That's a whole
Hey.
other story.
Yep. And you know what it is? What irritates me because I'm not an expert in business. That's the reason why I would never try to teach people business. But if you want to know tax law, I'm an expert in tax law. I'm certified. I'm the type of person that I could actually I'm licensed to actually go in court and testify on people's behalf because that's my certification.
Okay.
But I'm not an expert when it comes to finances. I'm still slipping and falling from time to time myself financially because I'm not a financial planner or have that skill set. But I know a few things. So to
You know,
make
a little
to make my
something.
point is that because I lost my point almost, my brain ain't working right. But my point was that you got a lot of these gurus out here that's coming from the street, been in prison, the pipeline, whatever, got locked up, and figured, oh, we're gonna hustle, we're gonna make some money, and I'm gonna teach other people how to make money. And these guys out here are robbing people. Like
Mhm.
the biggest thieves I would say that I've seen so far is the ones that say that, oh, you could use your remittance and you could use your signature to pay your bills. I said, let me tell you something. If that's true, then why they ask for your money to go through their course? Why would they ask for your cash? If your signature is that valid where you can make where your signature holds weight as it has financial money in it involved, then why they say, okay, well, you could pay for my course through your signature?
Yo,
Because it's all
I've used
bullcrap.
that
Because
so
they
many-
taking dollars from you.
Mm.
They getting money from you, cash dollars. The thing that they say that is not important because you have money in accounts through the government, and they want and basically your signature could pay for your bills, your Con Edison bill, and all your other bills. I say if that's real, then why can't you use a signature to get your course for free? Because you
Oh,
say I got money in the account.
The
That's
best
where the
I
scam
heard-
comes.
Nah, the
You
best
are
I
you
heard
are
is
their product.
whenever you get your bill in the mail, they say to just write in the amount
Yeah.
as pay and just send it back like that. No check, nothing.
And when your shit get cut off, because you
Like,
know what
where's
it
the
is.
payment?
This is the trick. This is the trick with it that I've been researching it and I've been watching a lot of court cases and see 100% losses. I seen one dismissal, but it's only because the prosecutor had, and they didn't have the information properly. So they look at that as a victory. No, you got a dismiss without prejudice. So that means that they can fix everything and bring the charges back. So that's not a real victory. But because a lot of people don't know that when people say dismiss with prejudice, that means that they can't bring the charges back. So that's one of the most important things. Anytime these gurus talk about, yeah, man, because I got these dismissals, is it with prejudice or without? Because is it without prejudice, that means that they're going to bring those charges later on, just not right now. They're going to regroup, fix the information, and then they'll prosecute you and they're going to win.
Mm-hmm.
But I hate these gurus out here telling people all this false information. Like, yo, there's no loopholes of life. Sometimes you just got to pay the bills, pay the shit the right way.
Just so people are not sure what he's talking
Live
about
below your
specifically
means.
are the people that want to go get your natural, naturalize yourself,
Almost
separate
choked.
yourself from the government with your straw man and, tap into this account and, be able to not pay taxes and all that. Go ahead.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
I urge everybody just to look at court cases. You don't have to take my word for it. Look at court cases, because if these people are successful, what they're saying, there should be a lot of case log out there showing victories. And guess
Wesley
what?
Snipes
Zero.
is a great example of why it does
Zero
not work.
court cases of wins.
Wesley Snipes,
And I'm a
did the same
certified tax
shit.
expert. Trust me, they get caught up eventually. They
He
might
went to
win.
jail for taxes.
Yeah, tax evasion. He listened to the wrong people.
Yep.
Because let me tell you something.
I know somebody that lost their house
Because they didn't pay taxes.
because they wasn't paying the taxes. Yeah, because
Yeah.
they feel like they're exempt from the system now because they're naturalized.
That's the
They
inevitable.
present their card, lost their house.
Just remember, in a capitalist society, they're not gonna make it so you could benefit like that. No. Did every American person gonna be sitting there like, oh, I got money on my Social Security number?
Listen,
I go to my Social Security number, it got money on it. No.
The closest you can come to being separate from the system is to go out somewhere in the wilderness, build a house off the grid that you collect in rainwater. You have a garden, that's how you eat. You got solar panels, that's how you get your electricity. You got well water, that's how you get in your water. You got a high-tech filtration system.
Disgusting, and the well water gonna have parasites in it.
We need to play a game where we try to say things that make you do that.
But that's when she starts saying it, it messed me up, because I'm sitting there saying to myself, so I'm gonna drink waters with parasites, it's gonna affect my stomach.
Nah, that's what I said.
And all this natural eating is gonna go out the window.
Now you gotta have you a nice high-tech system.
No, you can, if you're gonna live like the earth, and you're gonna follow the earth, you're not gonna have all that technology.
There's a way to make a charcoal filter. You got to make a charcoal filter.
Very basic.
But I'm just saying that's the closest you're gonna get. And but you still have to buy the land. So you're still gonna pay taxes on
No, I
that
don't,
land.
because I'm gonna sign and I'm gonna get the land for free, because I'm gonna use remittance. I'm gonna sign to say that this is mine, and that's it. And then anybody come on my land, they're gonna get sued because
I got an even better one. You got to put a sign up that says, "I discovered it. It's mine," with a quote. Christopher Columbus.
Hashtag Christopher Columbus. Yo, it worked for him, right?
It works. It worked because you should just be able to walk into any person's random house and tell them to get the hell out. And now this is mine.
Think about the squatter stuff. The squatter stuff is
the squatter
so
stuff
people
is
squatting,
crazy.
and then they try to teach you how to squat. I said, bruh, just go get a job, man. Come on, bro, get a job. This ain't gonna happen. Put it like this: you might benefit for a little bit, but just remember, all good stuff comes to an end. So all this little not paying no bills and nothing. Guess what? It's gonna be a time that people gonna catch up with you, because remember, the system is getting smarter, so it's hip to these all little tricks, and you get away with it now. And you think it's a victory, but it really ain't once you get caught up and now you get thrown on your face, and then all your little items that you bought in the house is gone.
Hold up. Let me if people don't know about this, right? Your Social Security. Even though they messing with the age requirements and all that, I don't think Social Security is gonna ever go anywhere. But people, if you're not working and paying into your Social Security, when it comes time for you to file for your Social Security, you're going to have a very low amount that you get in every month.
Yep.
Why? Because you have not been paying into it long enough. I've been paying into my Social Security since I was 16 years old, because I've had a job for that long. You know, like I might have a year or two here, or off where had my daughter.
But
I was sick.
I don't need to worry about that because with my social security number, I could get a router number and then I could just go and cash a check for like $1 million. Know what I'm saying? And then I buy anything I want.
Yeah.
Tap into the bank account that
Know what
was
I'm
released
saying?
the day you were born, and that your
'Cause
birth
the banks
certificate,
borrow the
your
money
social
from
security
us.
card. You're being traded on the stock market as a
Yup.
number. Your
But
life
here's
is
the
being
thing.
traded right now.
Here's the trick that I do realize. Some of the stuff is true, but guess what? As far as what's true is meaning that your social security number is associated with a lot of different financial situations in the government.
100% it is.
However, it's for their records. It's for the board of governors' records. It's not for your records. It's not for you to know, or it's not for you to be able to attach a router number and try to take the money out of it. Because all our social security numbers do have a financial situation in it. Because remember, the Federal Reserve is privately owned, right? Federal Reserves create money according. They borrow us money according to how many people is born. Because how many people is born determines how many future people that's going to work. And I pay taxes into the system. Because remember, Federal Reserve created the tax system a long time ago.
Man, I've been going down that rabbit hole lately. And
that's all fact stuff. That's not
understanding-
even the conspiracy. That's just straight facts. Right
No,
there,
it's
I'm
just
saying.
straight facts. Like,
You
I
can
just been
Google
down
this,
that rabbit
and Google
hole.
will
and
tell
I'm
you the
like,
truth.
The level of wickedness that people have to have within them to create these systems to bleed people dry bugs me the hell out. Like, just the fact that whenever I get my paycheck, half of it is gone. It's just gone. Like, I feel like Uncle Sam is like Debo. And you're like, yeah, I got my check. No, we got our check.
You're the only cat that can flip you upside down and shake you like this. Like, yeah, give me the money, brother.
You're like, my grandmama gave me this money. She
Thank
gave
you.
us this money.
Right? Sound like Debo for real.
Word.
But it's the truth. And at the end of the day, it's like, I tell people this, like, with this whole political stuff, and I'm not going to get too depths in it because I work for the government side. I ain't trying to be service no longer required. I try to be
Don't go getting
terminated. But let's
flagged
be
out
realistic.
here now.
Nah, I mean, but let's be realistic here. When you do you want your tax? You gotta ask one simple question: do you want your tax money to go to the poor or the rich? And if you say you prefer to go to the poor, then people that already have it, then don't be mad when they have these social programs because guess what? It's helping somebody. Not everybody's taking advantage of the system. I
Yeah.
know, as a public servant, I know too many people that's not taking advantage of the system.
I'll
I don't want to discredit them where I know that
that's true.
they don't have the capabilities to make more than what they make. You got to remember, if you know better, you do better. Some people don't know better, and then some people are not capable of learning to do better. You got to remember that everybody's not capable of learning. Some people is just going to be a dependent in the system. And it's not because something wrong with them. It's just that they just don't have the ability to learn. I learned that. Some people just have learning problems, learning disabilities, I guess.
It's
in the
learning
hood.
disability.
It's not just kids,
It's a
it's
learning
adults too.
problem, but what it is the consistency. You know what I mean? Like the BS has lasted for, let's just say a person is in their 30s, right?
Yeah.
So 30 years of BS they've been fed. So it's going to take another 30 years to get them, in a different minds. Maybe 10, maybe 15, maybe 20. But the same, just like when you work out in the gym, right? If you're constantly working out, you get your body big and buff. Oh yeah, I'm sexy. Yes, I'm all. But as soon as you stop working out, the same amount of time it took you to get that big is the same amount of time it's going to take you to get back to where you were. And it's the same thing with training your mind because your mind is a muscle. So the more you use it, the bigger it gets depending on what it is, if that's positive information or negative information. Right. So you have to be responsible and take the accountability for your own mind, your own experiences, and start to educate yourself, seek out stuff, watch Awareness Academy 411. We live every Friday night. We be getting on BP time, so it's either 8:00 or 9:00. We on here though. We here. You know what I mean? But and again, for those that are just tuning in, Red is out there doing some big things. So, he's not able to join us tonight, but we have special guest Veronica Daly. She is also a co-host with me on Vibrations and Conversations.
Vibration and Conversations, people. Check it out. It's awesome.
Yeah. We talk more about, spirituality on that, self-love on that, because I love giving information. She likes giving information. Me and her love having good conversations. So it's a vibe.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what we do, and again, with taking the responsibility for yourself, like at a certain age, it's on you now.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'll even go as far as saying when your brain is fully formed, now it's on you. You know what I mean? When you hit like 26, 27, you can't really point fingers much anymore. Now it's just pointing back at you.
Yeah. At some point you have to take ownership for the things that happens in your life. But I think it's also important, if you want better, then you shall seek the knowledge you need, because at the end of the day, we're in the age of information. We're in the age of YouTube.
Absolutely.
So it shouldn't be a reason. And everybody's aware that if they don't know how to do something, before they pay a trained professional to do it, they might look at a YouTube video and see if they can do it themselves.
Yeah, and this is a big one.
That also goes for mental health too. They got mental health professionals on YouTube as well.
100%. 100%. Now you don't even got to physically go to a therapist. You can do it on through Zoom.
Yeah.
They got AI that has as a mental health therapist where they can interact, but I think the AI is getting in trouble because I think somebody killed themselves.
I don't know if I'm ready for AI to be
No. The AI killed somebody, so they are like, for example, the person asked, "How can I kill myself?" and the AI gave them a best method to terminate themselves. Yes, that's a real story. So I don't know, man, if I want to trust AI with helping my kids with mental health.
Nah, definitely don't lean on that. But I forgot the point where I was. There he goes. He did it again.
What'd you say though?
Again. You made me lose my train of thought. Where I was.
What was it for?
Mess me up though. Like, goddamn.
I'm serious.
But no, like, when you're taking when you're taking responsibility. Oh, I now remember what I was gonna say. Parents. If you have children, I don't care if they just came out the womb or if they still in the womb or if they 10, 15, what you feed your children mentally is what shapes their entire life. Yelling at your kids first thing in the morning, yelling at your kids before they go to bed, you setting your kids up for failure. Why? Because this is where we go into the biology aspect of it. When a child or anybody, if a grown ass person come in your face and scream and yell at you, it's going to activate your nervous system. It's going to put you in fight or flight mode, which now helps to create cortisol. Cortisol is the stress hormone, right? So if you're yelling at your kids first thing in the morning and yelling at them before they go to bed, now they going to school with this cortisone and they bouncing off the walls. They got these terrible lights that don't help in the damn classroom. And now if you're not giving them positive motivation, caring about the way they feel, and one of the biggest things ever, learn how to apologize to your kids. When you make mistakes, apologize to your kids. Like, stop acting like just because they kids and you an adult that you automatically supposed to have respect. Like, if you acting like a jerk as a parent, then no, you don't deserve respect. Like, stop it. Yeah. If your kids are acting out and they disrespectful, they learned it from somewhere because they have been being disrespected to learn to be disrespectful.
That's true.
As a teacher, I agree with so much of what you're saying right now. Like, I have kids come into my classroom and I work with these kids and they'll say things about themselves, about their intelligence, about their bodies, and about how they feel about themselves. And I'm like, where did you get that from? And I was like, that's not true. And like, they believe what you tell them. They're like little sponges. They soak everything up.
Yeah, and they also believe what you don't tell them, right? True. So if they have this idea in their mind that they're ugly because maybe another little kid say they were ugly, and I was one of these kids. Maybe one little kid told me, and this happened to me when I was in kindergarten, told me I was ugly, and I believed it. And then as years went by and I was being taunted and teased by kids, they kept telling me I was ugly. I believed it, But what was not told to me by my mother and my father was, you're beautiful. You are amazing. You are smart. I believe in you. You could do it. You are adorable. Like, I didn't get the positive support at home. So when I'm getting all these negatives outside, that's what I'm believing. So a lot of these kids are absorbing information from other places, and now they're taking it personal because they can't help it because they don't know any better. And the parents are over here just being totally ignorant.
Right.
I
you
think
know,
it
and
gotta
not
be tough.
giving their kids what it like the people feel like, oh, I'm gonna give my kid everything. I'm gonna buy them all the good stuff. I'm gonna buy them
Yep, do
this and
that if you
take
want
them
to.
this place. Kids will not remember what you bought them, but they will remember
Mm-hmm.
the way you made them feel.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if you are loving on your children every day and giving them, you know, ways to build their confidence and you believe in them, like one of the, I haven't watched it yet, but Venus and Serena Williams are the best example of what a father's love and positive support could do for your child.
That's a good movie. Yeah.
Yo, he spoke so much confidence into his daughters. He told Serena from when she was little, oh, you are going to be the greatest in the world. And look at what she became. Why?
Yeah.
Because she believed what he said.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Just like somebody tells you, oh, you ain't going to amount to nothing. You ain't going to be shit.
It
And
might
then what happens
manifest
to
into
those kids?
reality. Yeah.
Yeah.
When you get
That winds
older.
up being their reality.
Mm-hmm.
As a school teacher, one thing I learned, like, I mean, as you're a school teacher, so it's like, one thing I learned, I had some teachers that was very impactful as far as self-esteem.
Okay.
It wasn't so much the schoolwork.
Yeah.
It was more like self-esteem, like, you can do this. Come on,
Right.
Kurt,
Right.
you got this. Curtis, you got to
Mhm.
stop
Yeah,
playing
it's so
games
important.
here. You got
Yeah.
it. Why you messing with me? You messing with me today? And it's like the self-esteem made me feel like, wait a second, I'm slipping. I got this. So it's like, I think being a good teacher is confidence is a big scale of it because it makes the kids work harder to like achieve the goal, right?
Mhm.
Confidence,
Absolutely. And then
building confidence in them.
love too. I mean, this is it's a
Mhm.
new type of child that's growing up now from when we were all coming up in school. We respected our teachers
Oh
because
shit.
we were told that's how we were supposed to behave in school. These children coming up now, they want love. They want to know that they are receiving unconditional love from you and that you see their potential. And so when you feed into a child that way, when you pour into a child, when you let them know with words or with encouragement or praise that you love them and that you believe in their potential, they believe in themselves too.
Absolutely.
Like,
Yeah.
The
Like
message,
what you reap is what you sow.
yeah, absolutely.
On both sides, whether it's positive reaping or negative reaping.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you're pouring positive, like if you see these young kids that are successful, like that girl, she was an actress and now she's one of the youngest producers in Hollywood. This girl, she's now not only one of the best producers, she's created her own shows already. She's not even,
Mhm.
I don't even think she's 20 yet.
Yeah.
Why? Because her parents were supportive.
Mm-hmm.
Her parents were there. They encouraged her. They invested into her. You know, when you see these kids out there that they're doing big things, more than likely it's because their parents were behind them on it. Or you have some kids that were so negatively affected by their parents that the only way to get out and, you know, survive, and then they made something of themselves. But more than likely their personal relationships suck. Why? Because they haven't dealt with those emotions.
Mm.
You know, and more than likely they're going to take it out on the person that's closest to them. I mean, everybody for the most part does that. Well, not everybody, that's generalizing, but a lot of people do that.
No, a lot of people do.
Yeah.
It's true.
Absolutely.
So,
but yeah, like
so I have a question, guys. Let's switch it up a little bit.
Let's go.
All right. Let's do we're gonna play a game. How much time you think Diddy gonna get?
none.
We're gonna play a time. Currently, more than likely he'll never get 20 years because they never do that. A lot of times it's always consecutively.
I think they're gonna give him time served.
Possible. Okay, so you're gonna say
I think they're gonna give him probation and house arrest for a few years.
Mm-hmm.
And the time that he's already been in there is gonna be his time served. Because remember, this was a spanking for him.
Yeah, Veronica, what do you think?
I'm so uninformed about all this stuff. I have not been following it. I'm gonna go with what Wendy said, but I also feel like, yeah, it's gonna have to be like a house arrest type situation because from what I heard, they're not gonna give him time. Like he's got off. So
yeah, his the biggest charge he got thrown out. You know, so
the RICO.
I feel like they're gonna take time served because he's been in for over a year now. It's already been a year.
Mm-hmm.
The most will be a few more months, maybe another year, maybe. But I see him with probation and house arrest.
My only opinion, I think he was guilty of like assault, like beating people up and stuff, like beating.
Absolutely.
You know, that's about it. But as far as the drugging and all that, those people's drug addicts. I'm a research person, so I researched a lot of the victims to see their past,
Mm.
and they had a past before Diddy that was significant.
Absolutely.
So I'm not gonna put their names or their information out here, but I did my own research because I was just curious. I'm like, is these people really what's going on, or? And now when you got other people coming out saying no, he was just giving everybody drugs, and people took it. They knew what it was. It's not like,
Yeah,
oh,
people
take
people
this
knew
pill.
where
This
to
is not a
go
real pill. This
to
is just
have
a
a good
candy.
time.
No,
Yeah, they
you
knew.
knew you want to have a good time, and the pills that he did supposedly put you in a heightened sexual whatever, and people knew what they was getting themselves into. So
Of course. Listen, ain't
that's why a lot
nobody
of these
shoved
cases are
nothing
getting
down
dismissed
nobody's
right now.
throat. You know,
But
people.
I'm not saying he an innocent dude. Come on, far from it.
Absolutely not.
But
But
far from it.
he gonna get out.
He gonna get out.
And
And I guess we could go for Diddy.
so what's the next question? I know you got some more information. Come on.
Ah, shoot. Okay. Damn.
I am doing
See, I
well.
lost the
Thank
damn
you.
list.
On live. All right, so a question that I could ask.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, there's so many things. So many things.
Right?
It's hard to come up, like I was even thinking about like relationship questions
Yeah, I
in
was about
terms
to
of
say, you just read my mind. I was like,
go
ask
ahead.
it.
So you what's your question?
Oh,
what
I
would you put out
You
I
read
there
my
got
mind,
some.
so I thought someone should ask a relationship question, not because
about relationships? Okay.
Oh, relationship. We can get that.
What would be a good one? What do y'all think about men being the leader in a relationship, and what does
As
that
we
actually
should.
mean?
Okay, that's a great question.
Yeah, because when not everybody is a leader, and
Yes.
just because you were born with a penis does not make you a leader.
Yes,
right?
it does.
He
I
goes
feel like if you're a certain type
I'm
of
king.
man, I feel like if you're a certain type of man deserving of authority, then
I'm on
absolutely
my live on
being a
awareness.
man
I don't
makes you a
want
leader.
one right now, so
I also-
It's important. It is important for the man to lead if he's a leader, if he has leadership skills, because you don't want Pookie to lead, because Pookie might lead you into
yeah,
a ditch somewhere.
Pookie will lead you off the end of a cliff. But the thing is a true leader knows when to follow.
Okay.
You know what I mean? A true leader knows when to take the person, like if you're working with a team, right?
Yeah.
And you see that this person has stronger attributes than that person, and this person is weak in that, and this person's strong in that, you're gonna push them to the forefront depending on whatever the situation is, and let them shine.
So you're speaking
it's
of
the same thing in a
polyamorous relationships?
Same thing in a relationship is
No,
your
when
wife-
you said the
I agree with
multiple.
I agree with that. I feel like in a relationship, people have strengths and weaknesses. Everyone's not good at the same thing. And so default is kind of like, let the man lead. If you're in a tie for like, okay, I'm good at finance and you're good at finance, I'll let the man lead. That's fine, because the job is going to get done. But if I'm really great at this one thing and you're trash at it, you don't get to do that. You don't get to lead at that. Just
Makes sense.
That doesn't make sense to me. Yeah,
absolutely not.
But most leaders listen to their queen anyway. They're not gonna just sit there and say, "Yeah, let me do all this stuff." Right. Especially if they know it impacts both of their lives. He's gonna have a discussion. He might have the final say, but if it's something that he knows that you have an expertise in, it'd be dumb of him as a leader to say, "Well, I'm gonna make the decision on something that I know that you're better than me at." That's dumb as hell.
I'm gonna rewind what you just said when you said, "Oh, he has the final say."
Yeah.
No, it's whoever is in charge in that moment has the agreement.
When you deal with a real alpha male, he got the final say. A real alpha male, not these fake ones out here. I'm talking about a real alpha male. Know how to lead and been a good leader for a significant amount of time.
Maybe
he proven himself to be a leader.
Maybe
you're gonna trust his judgment. He might not get it right all the time, but he's gonna get most of the things right.
Maybe. But what you gonna say, Veronica?
In a relationship, I feel like there's kind of like man's realm and woman's realm, right? So like there's certain things that we would make decisions about that naturally you're gonna let the woman make the decision, or maybe like if it's the car, I'm letting the man handle that. If it's home decoration or anything, like I don't want to be like patronizing to women, but like there are certain female type of things that I enjoy doing that I'm not going to trust a man to do that. Like I'm not going to trust a man to buy the sheets for the bedroom, like I'll take care of those things. But there's a lot of other stuff. Like I'm a very talented person. I have lots of different skills and abilities. I want to be with a man that leads, but also understands that I'm a leader and wants my opinion on things, you know?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like,
if he's a good leader,
knows.
that's what he do.
I question anyone who thinks that they should have complete control in the relationship. Like, why do you need that? Like, a relationship is give and take. A relationship is push and pull. It's balance, you know? So I feel like to have a healthy relationship, if there is one person that thinks that they have to be the person that makes all the decisions, my question to that person is, why do you think that that is the only way that it can work? You know?
Yeah, and more importantly, why would you be with someone that you feel is not competent enough to
Some men
make
want that.
certain
Some men want
decisions?
to
Some,
be with
but-
a woman.
Some, yeah,
yeah, I
smart.
can honestly say from have a lot of male friends. Me personally, I want my woman to have a certain level of opinion because I don't want to slip. I don't want to slip. I don't want to make too many mistakes, and I know I'm capable of making mistakes. So it'd be nice to have a different perspective. And if you're my partner, I value your opinion. I'm not going to just say, "Oh, nah, this and the third." No, I'm not going to do it. No, this doesn't make sense. No, we're gonna
Yeah.
rock out.
well, that's
You know,
that's balance in a relationship. That's balance, but you got a lot of these ego presenting people. You
He's
know,
an ego presenting.
and
That's
it's
funny.
not just men. Women, there are some women that are overbearing and tell a man, "Sit down and shut up. I make decisions." Like, no, there got to be some type of give and take. I like to call it finding a win-win type of situation because compromise, and a lot of times in a compromise, somebody's losing something. You know what I mean? So if you can come up with a way for both to win, I feel like that is a lot more productive in the end. You know what I mean? Because if I'm compromising something about myself or something that I really wanted to do to make you happy, and now that I never got to have that experience to do that thing, that's not fair.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just to make you happy, like, you can't do that. That's not cool. There's two brains in the room. You know what I mean?
It got it. I can't say it's gonna be equal, but we gotta scratch each other's back from time to time because it would never work if you have a relationship where it's one sided and the man gets everything he wants and he's not interested in pleasing women. And that even work like that in the bedroom. A man, it'd be some times a woman say, you know what, I let you have this. You about to go to work. We're gonna have a little fun, but you have to give a session most of the time because it's not fair to them that you're not giving them a full session. So it works that way through sex and also works that way through a relationship. You got to give them what they want from time to time, or they're going to feel like they're being used because every time they turn around, they have to take care of you, please you, make sure everything's good for you. And it don't matter who's the breadwinner. If you're a real caring man, you want your woman to feel good too.
Yeah, I one of my coworkers, he's been married 26 years, 27 years.
Damn.
He said the key to his marriage is that he respects his wife. He respects her opinion. He respects her as a person.
That's
he
crazy.
respects how she does things.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, and I feel like if we boil everything down into what makes a relationship work, it is respect. Because when you respect someone, respect and value go hand in hand. You know what I mean?
True.
So as long as you respect someone, you value them. And as long as you value somebody, you're going to respect them.
Right.
So, under the umbrella of respect comes the ability to compromise. It comes the ability to fall back and follow if needed or lead if needed. Dealing with different decisions and such like that. All of that, it's under the umbrella of respect, and if you have a high regard, and I'll even go as far as putting in their component, if somebody has unresolved issues with their parents, that can cause huge problems in a relationship, especially men.
True.
Especially, I'm not gonna say let me not even say especially.
I'm pretty sure
women,
experienced those before,
women
like
have
guys
their
that had
issues
problems
as
like
well.
that with women. I mean, with
Women
their
have,
family and
but the
stuff like that.
problem, the reason why I'll highlight men is because men set the tone in the relationships. Women just react to that tone, right? So now if you are, I don't want to say damaged goods, but if you have a very, or just a not so loving relationship towards your mother, you're going to take that out on your woman.
Yep.
Because the first woman that you've ever had a relationship with, you don't respect. Right. So now any woman is going to fill that spot in a sense. And I've even been in situations where a guy is damn near making me pay for what his mother did to him.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I don't have nothing to do with it.
I've seen every single mommy issue there is. I'm like, all right.
And now women do have mother wounds and
mommy
father
issues
wounds, and so do men. But like I said, men set the tone in a
Yeah.
relationship. So if you're not dealing with your own issues, whenever you get triggered by something and you're not going and working with your emotions and figuring out what's going on with you, you're going to take that out on other people. So even though you can be in a relationship with someone, the relationship you have with yourself is so much more important than that relationship that you have with that person.
That's true.
And if you're not addressing your wounds, you will bleed on other people.
Yep. Make a big old mess.
And I think, and then I think that's why I say mental health is very important because people, you know, and the brothers, I'm talking to the brothers right now. Y'all need to really go and get mental health help. There's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with speaking.
It does
to somebody.
not make you weak to cry.
You know,
it
talk
does
to a
not
life
make
coach,
you weak to go
talk
to a therapist.
There's nothing wrong with it. I understand that we feel like we're carrying the world on our shoulders. All right, cool. Go get the help you need. Get somebody you talk to. I've been there. I had anger management issues in the past. I got the help I need. Now I'm happy-go-lucky. I'm joyful. Not saying that's going to be an outcome. That's just mine. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes we need somebody that has an unbiased opinion about us that's also a trained professional. And I think that's the reason why it's good to have a mental health therapist, somebody that doesn't know you from Adam, that may have walked the same life as you. Sometimes it's good to try to get the same cultural understanding, like somebody preferred whatever skin color you are. Maybe they represent that as well. Not saying that you can't get help outside your community, but it would be ideal for you to get somebody, you know, somebody
it does
come
hit
from your walk
differently.
of life.
Yeah, it definitely does. And if anything, listen, if anybody's watching, I would even encourage you to do the work and become a therapist yourself.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm working on mine right now. I'm in school to finish my bachelor's, and then I'm gonna get my master's and become a licensed therapist. The only reason I'm going for the license is so that way I could be able to take insurances. I could do therapy now. You know, and I'm not just saying it, you know, in the way that psychologists do it or therapists do it. I have different tools and techniques and informations that I've accumulated over time that I know I could help other people with if you're open to the help. One thing I learned a long time ago, you can't help people that don't want to be helped. You know, so for those that are looking for help, you could definitely hit me up. You know, visit my website, manifesthappinessnow.com. You know, if you're interested in having a session with me, I could definitely help you in other ways to, you know, work on yourself. You know, different self-love techniques. The Posy balls are a great tool to love on yourself.
You gotta play with her balls, guys.
No, play with my balls. I'm gonna throw the commercial out there one more again, just so people know about the Posy balls. So here's a word from Posy.
Manifest happiness now. Change your life now with positive affirmation balls. Simply roll, read the positive message, receive it, and smile, and roll it again. 4 different balls that will make you feel good about life. Posy balls, what you put in your mind matters.
That's amazing.
So yeah, the Posy balls, man, like this is a great mental health tool because sometimes all you need is just something to ground you in a moment. You know, people that are dealing with this energy that we call anxiety. There's this energy we call depression. This energy that we call rage and anger and all that. One of the key things of meditation is that it helps to bring you present, right? But a lot of people have trouble meditating, which is okay, fine. If you have something like the Posy balls, you roll the balls and you get these messages. I'm gonna roll it right now just to see what messages it comes up with. Let's see.
Oh, that's hot.
Oh, I like this one. Money always comes. Now, if I was stressing about money, just seeing that in that moment would be like, you know what? Money does always come. You know, like when you just look at the age that you are right now, money has always come in some way, shape, or form. Some way it came. So yeah, The other one is, excuse me, what about you makes you grateful?
Mhm.
Now, everybody would, if somebody asks you, tell me 5 people that you love. I can guarantee you nobody's going to say in none of those 5 themselves. Right? So the Posy Balls is giving you a moment to just think about what do you find about yourself that you're grateful for? So I'm going to ask y'all a question. What about you makes you grateful, Veronica?
Right now, I feel grateful for my dedication to my music practice. So I've been working. I work with my producer, and we set up a whole practice schedule for me for the summer. So I've been working on my
Nice.
voice training. I play the viola. I've been working on that. I've been working on DJing, and I have a certain amount of time that I dedicate to that every day, and I've been sticking with it. So I am grateful to my
Nice.
dedication.
I love that. Kurt, what about you makes you grateful?
What makes me grateful is that I'm able to wake up and live life and live comfortable. Don't worry about bills and
That's a beautiful thing.
yeah, just not worrying about bills because I've been in some crazy positions in my life, and the
Yeah.
fact that I'm not living paycheck to paycheck is something I feel comfortable. That I
That's
feel
a
I can
beautiful
honestly say
feeling.
that I really don't talk about finances on the social media, but
Mm.
not living paycheck to paycheck is like one of the biggest things for me. I'm just excited
So
that
you
this is me. I never thought it would be me. I used to think it would be other people, and I look at other people like, wow, they able to afford this, they afford that. But now it's me. Like this is crazy,
That's great.
That's what's up.
So it's like it's a blessing, and I'm just happy for it. That's all.
No,
Yeah.
and you see how you just took, whether it was a minute or two, just to think about the things that you're grateful for. That and that moment can
Yeah.
shift your whole day.
Mm.
That can change your whole day by doing that, especially if you're doing these first thing in the morning. If you're doing them before you go to bed, let's just
Yeah.
roll again, just because. Why not?
Yes, absolutely.
Hold up. Everything always works out for me.
I love that one. Yeah.
This one,
Nice.
this helps give me peace. This is like the grounding ball. Everything always works out for me. You know what I mean? Like having just that thought, like, and then when you think about it, look back at your life when all these crazy ass situations was happening. And even when you was like, no, I didn't want that to happen. But then I can see how if that didn't happen, then that wouldn't have happened. And if this didn't happen, then that wouldn't happen. You can see how everything does work out for you. And the other ball says you are adored. I like to know that I'm adored. That makes me blush.
Me too. I like to know that I'm adored as well. So what? I'm a goddamn old ass baby. Yes. No,
Hilarious.
Know what I'm saying?
I know what you mean. Hold up, wait. You gotta. I'm gonna do this one, and you gotta read it in that vid. In that one.
You want me to
Hold
do
up.
that? Do that.
okay, testing.
There
Okay,
we go.
1,
What
2.
does that
three.
say, Kurt?
This.
This is the one right here.
Yeah, right here.
I am powerful. Who say I'm not powerful? What the hell's wrong with them?
I am powerful.
I am powerful. You gotta get these affirmation balls, people. Stop playing games. You know what I'm saying?
It's your Posy Ball.
Possyballs.com, where you can pick up your 4 balls and it can change your life and your family's life. Come get it while it's hot. Because we have limited supplies and we having a great time and we love these balls. Pause.
Can you say it like love these balls?
Yeah, love these balls. Doing my balls are gonna make you happy. And being I'm a woman and I can say that, I love it. And then
Yeah, right. Well,
on
the guy,
top
but yeah,
of
man, I
it-
love balls. They be like, Paul.
Because now you know how whatever you give a woman, she gives you back double. So I
Yeah.
got 2 sets of balls.
Oh my God.
All right. I ain't gonna just have you playing with a set. Nope, I got 2 sets of balls you can play with.
But that
And it
that
make you
is
happy.
amazing though. Like, what made you come up with the concept of it? Because I think it's amazing, and I know what a hexagon is, but when it comes to like
A
all the-
dodecahedron.
I don't know how to say that word, so I
The
just want you to say that. Yes.
Dodecahedron. It's
Tetrahedron.
Dodheran. I'm like totally trying to remember
Nah,
my
we
butt.
don't have to worry about spelling it, but it's amazing because the way you say it, it sounds great. I'm like, okay, tetrahedron. Okay.
So in layman's terms, a dodecahedron is a 12-sided
Mm-hmm.
shape, right? And because it's 12-sided, it can roll like a ball. So I just call it a ball, right? So what
Yeah.
made me come up with this, actually, I think I was meditating for like maybe 30 minutes that day. I was just in a deep meditation. And the idea for the green ball came to my mind because one of my favorite teachers that I follow, I actually have a video that went viral on TikTok when I was talking to my favorite teacher, Bashar. He speaks about the best way to have a happy life is to follow your highest excitement to the best of your ability with no insistence of the outcome and always remain in a positive state. So while I'm meditating, the idea came in my mind, like, having this thing that gives you an idea to follow your highest excitement. And your highest excitement doesn't have to be this huge goal or, this lifelong project. It could be something as simple as, in this very moment, what can I do right now that I want to do? That's following it. Like, if you want to do something, that's following your highest excitement, right?
Nice.
And, I know that a lot of people, and I've been here, 100% been here, depressed, feeling stuck, or you're just bored, you don't know what to do with yourself. And the idea for this ball came up, and a 12-sided, thing just came. I was like, ooh, I could put it on that. Oh, that's interesting. So after I came out of meditation, I was like, yo, that's such a good idea, And I went and I took some paper, like, what they put files in. I found a template to make a dodecahedron 3D style ball. So I made it in paper first. And then I'm thinking to myself, well, I can't give these to anybody because they're going to break them. You can't even put it in your pocket. As soon as it goes in your pocket, like, it's going to crush. So later on, the idea to make it like a stress ball is what came up. And these are squeezable. They're stress ball.
We have to remind people of that too. Not only that you can use it.
Yeah, not only can you read from it, you can squeeze it if you feel like you want to punch somebody in the face. I totally get it.
And it help you with carpal tunnel.
Yeah, that helps you, get your hand strength up and all that. So that was the idea for the first one. And now because I learned a long time ago, and this is something I spoke about earlier, is the subconscious mind and how the subconscious mind works and how using affirmations are a great way to train your mindset. So that's when I came up with the ideas for the other balls, because I was like, ooh, I have these boards around my room with affirmations all over the place because I understand how to program my mindset. I mean, my subconscious mind. So I took a lot of the affirmations that I have written all over my room and I made the purple ball. Then I was like, oh, let me make this ball. And then I was like, well, I want to make one for kids too. And then I made the orange ball. Like, I mean, adults can benefit from this too. When I roll it, I get a hell of a confidence boost. When it says like, hold up, we see, I always matter. Yes, the hell I do.
That's it. Yeah.
Because when you're feeling depressed, you don't feel like you matter. That's why you're depressed. Another one, you are good. Yes, I am. Hold up, one more again. You are creative. Of course I'm creative, but this is more so like for kids, the orange ball. But adults, again, I love it. I mean, and realistically, we are some grown ass kids anyway,
That's
but
true.
this ball is so good to get a good confidence boost. So that's
being
how
adult
I came
is
up with the
overrated.
balls.
It really
Being
is.
adult is overrated and paying bills.
Oh
I miss
man,
being a kid. Well, I don't miss being a kid because I had some circumstances, but I would say I miss not paying bills.
Yeah, I was
ain't
about to say I
nobody
miss the
wanna pay
freedom.
bills. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I
you
miss my
gotta.
only job being school and going outside to play with my friends.
And this is another thing too. This is funny about me and my friends was having this conversation. Being a homeowner, the funniest thing in the world is like, when you rent a house, all right, shit happens, plumbing problems or something happened in the backyard. You be like, the landlord will take care of it, right?
Mhm.
But when you become a homeowner, you be like, shit go wrong. Yeah, what
I
the
am the
landlord?
damn
Wait a second, I
landlord.
am the goddamn landlord. Oh my god, I gotta fix this. What you mean it's $2,000?
What
Oh,
you
who gonna do
mean
the
that's
backyard? And then
$5,000?
the funny thing is, you go to your backyard thinking, all right, the landlord must have cleaned it up, fixed it, or he had some team come and fix it. You look back, yo, it's still messed up. Why is it still messed up?
I'll
Oh
even go as
shit,
far as the
that shit ain't no
garbage
joke.
needs to go out
Mhm.
to the street.
Oh man, that suck. And then God forbid if you put the wrong garbage in, you get a ticket.
Ah.
Nice little ticket, you know what I'm saying? You slip a couple of bottles in there you don't supposed to slip in the garbage can and get a ticket. So that, I ain't gonna lie, man, home ownership is overrated, but it's worth it though. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a lifeline for anybody. That's why I say investing is important, because investing can lead to home ownership.
Absolutely.
And home ownership can be your way of sending your kid to college. Who knows? Maybe you pay off a lot and then refinance your house and send your kid to college. You know?
Yeah.
That's how a
Absolutely.
lot of people have been doing it for a long time. You think these people have money to be sending the kids to school like that? No. They've been paying their mortgage for a long time, and now they take out a second mortgage and
Yep.
send their
And
kid
then
to
they use
college.
the equity from their house, and they take that equity and they pay for their kids to go to college.
Just make sure your kid is college worthy. If they've been screwing up in high school, I don't think it's a good idea to send them to college. If they barely got by with grades in high school, this is a rule of thumb.
Yeah,
We
they should
can't
go
just
to
be
the
throwing
workforce.
kids in college like that.
Mm.
You gotta be realistic. If your kid is one of those kids that wasn't that great in high school, they might not be that great in college, because college is a
Yeah,
little
they
bit
should
more.
go for a
It's like
trade.
the same thing they
or a
learn in high
skill.
school. They're gonna learn it in college, but it's gonna be a little bit more detailed, and it
Yeah.
might be where they like, I don't like this. You
I
know what
mean,
I'm
and this
saying?
is where trades come in. Like, we need more
Yeah.
electricians. We need
They
more
said there's
plumbers.
a shortage in all those fields right now.
We
What
need
you
more
just mentioned,
bricklayers.
they say there's a shortage in all those fields right now. We have a shortage in electricians. Because remember, America right now is on a building project, right? It's nothing but houses
Making
being
it
built
enough.
everywhere, right? And now that we don't have that many, I don't know how to say it. People that's from the southern borders, a lot
Wait,
of them being
You mean
eliminated.
DEI?
DEI is part of it, but they're eliminating a lot of people that does all the building, so it's gonna be more expensive for materials. But as an electrician, it's the perfect time to come in right now, because you're about to make
Yes.
more money.
Mm.
Yo, electricians.
Or plumber.
I seen this video of this guy. He works for Amazon and he's an electrician. He's making $100 an hour to
Yeah.
just drive around on this little moped thing
Mhm.
and pick up stuff to keep, because they're moving to more robots
Yeah.
and AI in Amazon. So
Mhm.
they need somebody to fix the robots.
Oh.
They need somebody to make sure that the system is working properly. You know what I mean? Like,
Become a mechanical engineer. I tell anybody, if you're gonna pick a field, become a mechanical engineer. You know why? Because mechanical engineers, you're always gonna have the ability to
solve
work
the
on
problem.
these robots and stuff like that. Because mechanical engineer, a lot of these robots gonna come and gonna have
Yep.
like some level of engine in it. It's
They've
not
been
gonna be
working on droids for
it's
the
not gonna be
longest.
electric. It's gonna be on engine, because engine lasts much longer.
People about to have droid nannies and chefs and
But think about at the factories, you got machines that does 50 or 100 people jobs, right? Amazon bought a couple of them, right? My son told me about it. He works on Amazon. He said, "Oh, they got a machine that took like 20 or 30 people jobs." I'm like, "Really?"
Wow.
He said, "Yeah, it's like an octopus. It got mad hands and it goes like this with the packages and stuff."
Yep, but they need somebody to be able to maintain that machine.
But they need somebody to be able to fix the machine when it breaks down. Because think
Yep.
about it, that's $1 million piece of equipment. They're gonna need somebody that can repair them, and you could go around making money just repairing those machines, getting paid
Buku.
$100 or more than that per
Buku.
hour.
I knew
Being some
this.
type of
I
contractor,
even know this guy that fixes the machines on the construction sites. He's in the union, making $75, $80 an hour.
That's
And
sexy.
most of the time, he's just sitting there all day doing
That's sexy
nothing,
money,
waiting
that's
for a
money sexy.
machine to break down.
Tell me money ain't sexy. Like making that kind of money and you're not really busting your butt for it sometimes.
Yo, he was literally doing nothing all day. He just has to be on the site. So in case if a machine breaks down, like the bulldozers or those big huge machines, the Caterpillar machines, he's there to fix them. So there'll be days he was just sitting there all day not doing nothing.
See that?
$75 an hour, crazy.
Yeah. But this is what I wanted to talk about. What do y'all think about the job markets?
I mean, I'm glad I'm not worried about that right now. I'm just worried about getting my posse balls out there.
It's kind of sad because they said the job market is just as bad as it was. Like, for example, right now, as we speak, there's more people looking for a job than jobs are hiring.
And that's why we got to learn how to create our own jobs.
Oh my God.
Try to find a problem and find a solution to fix that problem for people.
It says U.S. companies.
That's a start.
And this is in August right here. This is an August report. It's just coming out now. It says U.S. companies announced in August plans to add 1,400 jobs to fewest since the Great Recession. It says we had the world's greatest economy, and it took one man only 7 months to destroy it. Because of him bouncing, think about it. A lot of businesses don't know how to
Ooh, I want to
operate
see
in an
what's going to happen
economy
next few years.
where you're saying we're gonna do tariffs, we're not gonna do tariffs, we're gonna do tariffs, we're gonna do extensions, we're gonna do extensions, we're not gonna do extensions. So when you have an economy like that, the market don't know how to operate. A lot of big corporations, if they didn't give Trump money, they don't know how to operate, meaning that they don't know how to navigate or look at their future earnings to determine if they're gonna hire more workers. So he made the economy so unstable that a lot of these businesses don't know which way to come. There's a lot of small businesses that close under this. And right
Yeah,
now,
man.
black unemployment
It's
is
high.
at the same rate it was during the pandemic right now.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Because
I mean,
a lot of
listen.
federal jobs, a lot of middle class, a lot of people don't realize black middle class is usually federal, city, and state jobs. So he slashed a lot of federal jobs, which was part of black middle class.
Yeah.
So now,
Well, this is a rabbit hole, and we gotta wrap it up because it's about that time. I hope
Yeah.
everybody out there enjoyed our episode. Thank you so much, Veronica, for coming to be a guest on Awareness Academy 411. Catch me and her on Vibrations and Conversations. We will be back another time with that. So in the meantime, between time, we are Awareness Academy 411. I'm your girl, Wendy Zizzo, here with Kirk the Jerk. Shout out to Nappy Red, and we'll do it again next week. Peace and blessings, everybody. Out here.
I can't wait for